Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As promised, I'm bringing you women who are doing well in business, SheEntrepreneurs, and today I've got Inga Sevata of Stitched by Inga.
Oh my word, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait for the conversation.
You can't wait?
Yes.
Who is Inga?
Inga, you know, it's interesting that you asked me that after I read a quote yesterday that we must learn to define ourselves without the titles that we hold. So I'm going to try that for the first time today. Okay. And I'm going to say Inga is a almost 37-year-old, very bubbly, very energetic, very loving, ultra professional human being. And the owner and founder of StichedbyInga.
I was waiting for that. I was like, okay, since you are putting the title away, you're not gonna say that. Thank you
for
so
the purposes of this interview, I have to.
Exactly.
Yes.
So Inga, where did you grow up? Where are you from?
Sure, multiple towns. So I am originally from the Eastern Cape, a very small town called Engcobo. Yes, so I spent the first 7 years of my life there, and then we moved to Free State in a small town called Welkom, where I spent majority of my life there from standard 2. I'm giving away my age, which I think is great.
Grade 4?
Standard 2. Sub B. Sub B is what is grade 2.
There's A, there's B. It's grade 2, yeah.
Grade 2, yeah.
No, I'm also in the standard generation. Yeah.
So I was in Sub B when I moved to the Free State, and then until I matriculated, and then from my varsity years, then I've been in Gauteng all my life.
That's where you met
That's
Felix.
where I met Felix, my husband of 12 years.
I think everyone who knows you is counting the years. Next year is 30 years. You know what? When you introduced yourself, you didn't say that you are a mother and a wife.
Yes.
Why?
I didn't, because there was me before there was Felix, before there was Kawe and Khabani. And I really love holding on to that identity, because outside of them, I am still me. I don't want to be identified as Mewa or Mosadiwa.
Oh.
I can hold my own, do you know what I mean?
I'm Inga.
Yeah, I am Inga, full stop.
Yeah.
But I do have a husband of 12 years. I do have 2 very bouncy, beautiful, energetic kids, 6 and 7 years old.
Nice.
Yeah.
So before Stitched by Inga was born, you were working for a corporate company. Can you take me through that? I mean, you are working, you've got a good job, and you decided, I'm leaving all this and I'm starting my own thing. Why?
Sure. So I'll take you through, just give you context. When I was trying to figure out what I want to do with my life in high school, I wanted to do fashion design. I've always wanted to do fashion design, but as you know, with teenagers, you are lazy to apply, or you apply late, or you're dragging your feet, and you know, all of that. And then by the time I woke up, realizing that the year is almost over and I actually need to apply, it was late, right? The course was closed, it was full, so I had to pick a second choice.
Okay.
Which I did, which was PR. So then I applied, I got accepted into PR. I was heartbroken at the time, because I really wanted to do fashion. I mean, I could already see myself, you know, being the most amazing fashion designer ever. So I was really heartbroken too.
Oh my God.
But also staying at home to wait for another year was not a choice.
You didn't want to do that.
I didn't want to do that. So I was like, okay, let me apply. I applied, got accepted. It has so happened that I actually love PR. So I studied business communication at TUT, the campus on Stats at Dillery Road. Anyone that's been to TUT Pretoria campus, they will know that name is the one on Stats at Dillery Road, the big one.
At Dillery Road.
Yes.
So this is the one in Pretoria West.
The one in Pretoria West is that big,
the
massive one.
Yes.
We used to call it the main campus.
Yeah, main campus. It is still called the main campus.
So, yeah, so I studied there at the main campus on Stats at Dillery Road, stayed at Res. I love PR. I loved, because it has a lot to do with, you know, engaging with people and managing people, reputation and all of that. Loved that. Graduated, got my internship, got into internship. I think we needed to do internship for 6 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Did my internship for 6 months, graduated, got into a permanent role. I really enjoyed what I was doing. I was very much in a privileged position to work with bosses that really nurtured me and, you know,
in the corporate
space.
Yeah.
And then obviously moved up the ranks in terms of promotion and also changing companies, until I was at my last company, where I spent 7 years before taking the leap of faith. Yeah. Yeah. That was a
leap of faith.
It was a leap of faith.
So tell me, all this time that you were getting promotion, you were doing well in your career.
Absolutely.
The dream of becoming a fashion designer, was it still there?
It had died for a bit, because now I was focused on my PR career.
Yeah.
And then it was revived. You know, sometimes when you go through tough times, you don't realize that they're actually preparing you for something better.
Oh, nice.
Right? And you only realize in hindsight when you have gone through the tough time and you're on the other side now. So my love for fashion got revived when I gave birth to my second child. And as much as the diagnosis was not official, I really do think I went through postpartum
depression.
Okay? I really do, and I did call my baby's pediatrician, because I didn't know psychologists at the time. I didn't know where people find help,
and you could see that mentally you are not yourself.
That mentally I'm not okay. I'm always crying. I'm not me. I'm not the me that I know. You know, the happy person, the bubbly person. I wasn't that person anymore. You know, I was short-tempered. I was always crying. And yes, I was tired, the exhaustion that came with motherhood. But hey, there was more. Yeah, there was more.
Yeah.
And I also felt, honestly, like my life was in a standstill. I felt like, oh, well, guys, I can't be changing nappies, breastfeeding bottles
every day.
No, that's not what I signed up for.
Every day.
I did not come to this earth for that. I'm sorry. No, I love my kids. Yes, but I need something exciting, guys.
Exactly.
Every day, kids are no. Well, guys, no. I was like, no, I can't.
You know why I'm laughing?
Sorry, Mapula, I can't.
I'm laughing because I've got 4. So my life revolves around these 4 people.
Nega 2 hours complaining. I was like, no, Mapula, sorry, I can't. I can't.
Yeah. So you wanted a change.
So I was craving, I was dying for a change. I really wanted a change in my schedule. I wanted a change in my routine. I wanted something that had nothing to do with me being a wife, being a mom, you know, changing,
like just outside your normal routine.
My normal life. I wanted that. And I remember sitting my husband down and saying, listen, I'm not sure how you're feeling about this new normal of ours, which is parenthood, but I'm feeling stagnant. You know?
Feeling trapped.
I'm feeling trapped.
I've heard a lot of mothers saying, I feel trapped.
I felt very trapped. I felt trapped. And people think when you say that, it means you don't love your kids.
Or you don't love your new life at that time.
Yes. You're like, no, it has nothing to do with that. You know, I felt trapped. I felt like my life was not going anywhere. And I said to him, listen, this is what I want to do, just to break away, you know, and just to be me, just to focus on what I love, and just to not worry about bottles and burping. And, you know,
you needed a break.
I just need to get away from y'all, just for 2 hours, okay? I'm just asking for 2 hours a week.
Yeah.
You know, and he was extremely supportive, and he was like, listen, do you, boo, like whatever it is that you want to do. And that's how my love for fashion got rebirthed.
So at this time that you think you were going through postpartum depression, you were on maternity leave, or you were still doing your 9 to 5?
I was still, let me think quickly, Because I was back at work, actually.
You were back at work?
I was back at work.
Okay.
Because I started my course when Khabane, my second one was 7 months. So I was definitely back at work.
You were.
Yeah, I was definitely back at work. So, but yeah, and I was enjoying my job. I was really, I loved the company I worked for.
And the people as well.
And the people, got a good relationship. I had an extremely amazing relationship with my team.
Yeah. I
had a good relationship with my MD. She was equally supportive when I wanted to start my career.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I applied at Vega, the one on Jan Smart's Avenue.
Oh, okay.
So I applied there. The course was still open. I was accepted, paid deposit, got stationery.
So you were like, I'm doing this.
And I was like, listen, I'm doing it. My husband was like, absolutely, go ahead, do it. And now it meant, at the time, my husband had to become the primary parent for our kids.
Because you are working 9 to 5?
I'm working 9 to 5.
And now you are going to school?
I'm going to school on Saturdays from 9 o'clock. Well, I left the house at 8, so from 8 until 2, I'm not home. Every single Saturday, I'm not home. So to a point where we had to move the baby's car seats into my husband's car, because he was the one who was always with the kids. Most of the 98% of the time, he was with the kids.
So it's very important to have a supportive partner, right?
Extremely important. Extremely important. And then so every Saturday I was, for 5-6 hours, I'm not home, I'm at school, learning this new craft that got me here.
That got you here.
In this chair.
And it was worth it, right?
It was definitely
exactly.
Worth it.
So now you go to school. How long did the course take?
So it was about a year. I did it for about a year. Yeah, I think about a year.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, 2017, 2018. And then after that, then I enrolled in another course to learn pattern construction, because I wanted to also learn how to do my own patterns.
Oh.
Yes, so I did that with a different school called New Base Sewing Academy.
It's also in Midrand.
Yeah, it's in Midrand. Okay. So I did that after doing Vega. Then I went to New Base Sewing Academy to learn constructing patterns from scratch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you are a mother. I mean, your child at that time is like 1 year and few months. You are a wife. You are an employee. How are you juggling everything?
I had a good support structure. Very good support structure. So my helper at the time, she's retired now.
Okay.
My helper, Meana, she was amazing with kids. My husband is, oh my goodness,
of 12 years.
A whole angel on earth. My husband of 12 years is a whole angel on earth. Extremely supportive. Yes, my mom is a working mom, but when she had the opportunities, she would also come come and visit and help out.
Yeah.
So I really feel like I am where I am today because of the amazing support structure that I had. Yeah, both in my 9 to 5 and in my private life, I had an amazing support structure. And I wasn't also shy to delegate and tell people that I need help. You know what I mean?
That's very important.
Which is very important, because I feel like we always want to do.
You want to be
everything.
Imbogodo. Yeah, and it's not necessary. Hey, I always tell people that I will pay an extra for convenience.
I will.
I don't want to be tired. I'm sorry. I'm not here to.
No, guys, I'm soft. I don't want to. So I wasn't shy to ask for help. If I'm struggling with something, I will always ask for help. And it's surprising that when you reach out to people
will help you.
People will help you.
They will,
People will help you when you reach out. And people don't know that you need
help.
Yeah, they don't know. So it's sometimes we are our own worst enemies. And we limit ourselves because we are always assuming we don't want to be burdens, we don't want to bother inconvenience, we don't want to bother. True. Yes, that's also okay to think like that, because you have to be considerate of people, right? True. And you don't want to be always burdening them as you think, yes. But when you are really in a tight spot, it's okay to say, hey, can you please come help me out this weekend and just babysit my kids for 4 hours or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're done with school, 2 schools, Vega and
New Base.
New Base. Yes. So now, are you ready now to leave 9 to 5?
No.
Not yet.
No, I wasn't even doing this to be a business.
Oh.
No. I was not doing Stitched by Inga. I didn't even have Stitched by Inga. I didn't even have the name Stitched by Inga.
So at that time, you like, I just needed to do something.
Yeah, I just needed to break away.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with I want to start my own business. No.
And then now, how did now Stitched by Inga start?
So it's such an interesting story because I say my business was born by accident, right? Because it was.
Right?
I remember this one time when we were in school, in class, and they were having an open day, and I remember this dad and her daughter came and they were introducing, parents are coming in to see what we do, and then this dad asked me if at some point am I going to turn this into a business. So I was like, no, why would I do that? But confidently with my chest.
Why were you answering like that?
Because the reason of learning fashion and sewing and constructing patterns had nothing to do with wanting to start a business. I just wanted to make myself cute clothes and my family, and that's it. I didn't want to be a business owner. I know it sounds wild.
It does.
I didn't. And so then I started making my own clothes, because you have to practice, and I loved it. And people started inquiring. And I also spoke about it, at work with my team. Oh, guys, I miss my team. We had such a loving relationship. So then I started making my own clothes, and people started being curious. My very first client was a client who was a client in my 9-to-5.
Okay, yeah.
And she was like, oh, I think she had moved from another city and she was new in Joburg and she wanted a tailor, whatever. And she was like, why don't you just make me pencil skirts? I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this for other people.
No.
Let me refer you to somebody else.
Wow.
I know.
She's taking the bag, throwing it out
giving it to somebody else. And she's like, no, man. I mean, we see each other every week when we're meeting, so it will be convenient if it's you.
Like, just make me just one.
Yeah, that's what she said. She was like, just make me one, just one, and let's see how it goes. And then I made her one, and that one turned into 10, turned into 15, turned into her now telling other people
that don't want.
No,
don't want someone to make.
Here's Inga's
She's now referring people.
And then I remember at work, I remember at work we had Africa Day in May, and my team was Brenda, Amanda, I can't remember who else. It was it just two of them? They were like, please make us stuff for Africa Day. I was like, yo guys, I'm not a professional. When you still
you are even scared.
Yeah,
what if they don't like the
clothes? What if they don't like it? What if the craftsmanship is not up to standard? I was still learning. I was still in school.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, it's fine, Inks, just make us something. And then I made them shame, and they wore it. They took pictures.
They loved them. And they boost your confidence.
And they boosted my confidence. I was like, actually, I can do this. I PWA also in my team. And then I started making for people. At this stage, it still hasn't clicked that this
can be a business.
It's still
a hobby.
It's still a hobby.
It's a hobby, right?
It's
a breakaway from
it's a breakaway.
Motherhood.
I have 5 clients. It's still the transition mentally hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Right? I'm still, it's still a hobby. I didn't have branding. I didn't have a name. I didn't have a business account.
We're just doing
it wasn't registered.
Yeah.
It was just still a hobby.
You're practicing your skills.
I still delivered people's things with random paper bags. It's a boy, it's a girl. But I still had a lot of that for my baby shower. So I would do, hey guys, you're very good.
And that's important because I think it's important for people to know that you didn't start like this.
No.
Because when you meet someone and they're saying is a multi-millionaire CEO, you think they didn't start somewhere.
Absolutely.
You thinking, this person woke up and there was Stitched by Inga.
Yeah, no.
But if someone listens to your story, definitely they'll be like, if she can start like that, I think I can also do it.
Absolutely.
So now you're practicing your skills. You have 10, 20 clients now. And when did you think, I think I can turn this into a business?
believe it or not, that thought only happened late 2019, early 2020.
And guess what?
3
I
years
only
ago.
knew about you during COVID. The cloth mask. That's where you were, like you hit it like this.
Yeah, and my business boomed.
In
In
2020.
COVID. Imagine.
Do you understand
in COVID,
that?
when
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
businesses
yeah.
were closing down, StichedbyInga was rising in COVID. My
It's
business,
amazing.
I think revenue tripled 4 times in COVID. It was, I bought 2 of my industrial machines with COVID money. Well, not like COVID
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
yeah.
Investigation.
not COVID money. No.
You'll be investigated.
Oh, quite. Not with COVID-19, no.
With COVID
Not
money.
with the scandals of COVID, no. With the money I made in COVID.
During COVID. Okay.
That's
okay.
when I hired my second seamstress. I bought 2 of my industrial machines. I bought 3 machines. I bought 2 industrial machines and 1 domestic machine with the money I made during COVID. That's when I was like, hey, this thing is serious, Moss.
I think I can do this.
I think I can do this.
Like I remember, I think I saw you on Instagram. You were advertising your cloth mask, and I mean at that time, we wanted cloth mask, and then I ordered, and then I think within a day or 2 they came, and you had made cloth mask using African print. Yes. You used African print. I was like, wow, this is nice.
Yeah.
This is and I think COVID was a blessing to you, if I can put it like that.
It really was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was a blessing in 2 ways. It was a blessing because my business grew a lot during COVID.
Yeah.
It was also a blessing because of the work from home arrangement.
Yes. You actually got more
So
time.
I was able to juggle both because I was home every single day.
Yes.
And that's when the penny dropped for me that,
this is doable.
it's working. Hey, Rairata COVID. It's like a stress apart.
It's like a stress.
Also,
part.
there's blessings with COVID.
And that's
you know?
true. I mean,
and that's when I think that's when the mental transition happened for me. And that's when I registered my business.
Yeah.
That's when now I started taking it seriously, and started putting systems in place and terms and conditions. You know, like how formal businesses do
and
now.
These are the things that you learn from your 9 to 5. I mean, the systems,
Absolutely.
customer engagement.
Absolutely.
And I mean, you do PR, marketing, you know these things.
Absolutely. And I always say to people that I think it was who's this very well known fashion designer? I think not
Is it South African?
It's an international. She's an Asian woman.
Is it Elisa?
I'll remember her.
Okay.
And she said, I worked 30 years or 35 years in corporate for somebody to teach me skills that I could have paid at university, and I learned that for free.
And that is.
And I was getting paid every month.
You were
to learn.
To learn.
And I think if we approach our jobs with that type of mentality, as employees, we'll probably have less entitlement. We'll probably complain less. When you are put in a position where you don't know a new skill and you have an opportunity to learn and grow in that skill, okay? I was heading up a team at that stage, so I was dealing a lot with money and growing the business and bringing in more money for the business. And making sure the business grows and retaining my staff and making sure that my team doesn't resign. How to turn around a client that's unhappy. How to manage crisis, how to manage issues. If a client is complaining, how do you address that and what do you do? All of those things I learned at my 9 to 5.
And this is what you use now in your business.
And I use that every single day.
Every single day in my business, that's what I do. If a client is if I deliver a dress and by some reason, zippy is not zipping, what do I do in a situation like that? And I always find clients get surprised by my response, because I'll give you an example. There was a client who
she had ordered, I think she had ordered a skirt and a top.
Yeah.
And the top was the wrong fabric.
Yeah.
Ne? So we used the wrong fabric. We made a mistake.
Okay.
And but I could tell in her message that she's already fighting.
She's very.
What?
She wants her money back.
Yeah. And then I was like, and then my response was, I'm so sorry for the mistake. I'll send courier to collect, and then you have two options. I can send courier to collect, and we send the right top and the fabric that you chose.
Yeah.
Or we can refund you the money for the top.
Yeah.
And then she was like, and then she sent a voice note. She's like, I go, okay.
She didn't expect that.
She didn't expect that. And I suppose because maybe she's had experiences where she's dealt with businesses that were defensive.
And you know what? I actually have a story with you about that.
With me?
Yes. So I ordered a jumpsuit.
Yes.
You know that jumpsuit? It has a belt here.
Yeah.
It's green, olive green like this.
Yes.
And the other one was black.
Yes.
So I ordered that and I ordered the green one.
Yes.
But the courier delivered the black one.
Yes.
And then I quickly told you that no, they delivered the wrong one.
Yes.
And you were like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll bring a green one tomorrow.
Yes.
And like the following day, you were at my workplace.
Oh.
You were
really?
It's okay. But you came.
Yeah.
You came. You delivered. You delivered the right one, the green one.
Oh my word, yeah. So and it happens.
It
right?
does.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
And I always say to people, the same way you can order something at Take-A-Lot and they deliver the wrong thing. You don't say, I will never order from Take-A-Lot again.
You give them a chance.
You give them a chance to correct it, and they do.
And they do.
They do.
Yeah.
They correct, and you will order again.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
But I also find that with clients, especially when they deal with small businesses, I don't know if it's trauma or what of dealing with the wrong type of businesses.
Yes.
You know, when they come with a complaint, they already come with a fighting spirit.
Because they don't know what to expect.
Yeah, because they don't know what to expect. So they already come ready.
Like, if you're not gonna give me my money, I'll show you who I am. Do you know who I am? I promise you, we do that because you're already thinking, I've spent my money.
Yeah.
If this person needs to refund me.
Yeah.
I think it's an autopilot reaction.
Yeah.
Already you're thinking, I need my money back. You don't think, maybe sometimes we need to think like business people.
Yes.
Because as an entrepreneur, you will think that, you know what, someone will make a mistake.
Yes.
And let me give them a chance to correct it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So anyway, I was telling you about this client, and she was surprised at my response because I think she was expecting me to give her stories and take her from pillar to post and try to and firstly, I never have time for that. And secondly, my business is based on making sure that clients are happy, at least most of them, because I can't make everybody happy.
True.
But at least 9.5, 8 out of 10 times my clients are happy.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh wow, actually I wasn't expecting that. You know what, it's fine. Let's leave it. It's fine. I'll wear it. It's
I like it.
I like it. It works with the skirt, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. And she's still a client. She's very
day today.
And I promise you it has a lot to do with how I reacted when she reported the mistake.
That's true.
I wasn't defensive. I didn't try and make her serious. You know, when clients are just complaining, just attend to the complaint. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
And what I like about you is that you attend the complaints yourself.
Yes.
Because I think the other thing with customers, even though you know that Inga has employees, sometimes you want to speak to Inga.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's very important.
Yes, it's very important.
Yeah.
There's a skill.
There's a skill to this thing.
Yeah, there's a skill.
Is it a secret code? Or can you share with us?
You know, there's a skill to client retention. There's a skill to how you manage people. And I always say that people are okay when you make mistakes. Mm-hmm. It's how you respond to the mistake. And I find that we are generally so quick to defend and try to make the client see the reason and make them understand why the mistake happened.
Yeah.
Hey, they're not interested in how the mistake happened. They just want you to fix the mistake. That's it. And when you are ready to fix the mistake and are apologetic about it, and you are sorry, they will give you a second chance.
They will.
And I have made mistakes before, and people think I've gotten to where I am today because, I'm above making mistakes. Oh no, honey, you can't build a business and not make mistakes.
True.
I want that. I want people to know that,
Yeah.
But it's how you recover.
You recover from those mistakes.
The mistake. The client is okay if you made the mistake, but recover from the mistake.
Can you correct that mistake?
Just correct. That's all I want.
That's all. And
it's
be apologetic about it.
And it's fine that you delivered the wrong dress, but can you now deliver the right one? That's all I'm interested in.
Maybe deliver it in time because I've got a function tomorrow.
Because I've got a function. I don't want to know, but I must first sell your dress first before Ooh, can you make my dress?
I don't have that pattern that you want. All this.
And a lot of people, listen, dealing with people is a lot, right? And it takes a lot of energy out of you, out of a person. And I think maybe it also has a lot to do with the fact that I love dealing with people. I love engaging with people. And that's why, as much as I do have employees, I've got an assistant, I've got seamstresses, I've got a driver, but the client relation part, I still want to protect that.
Oh, yes.
Because it's very important to me.
Inga is not
for
there
my
without
brand.
clients.
Hey?
Inga is not there without clients.
No.
Yeah.
No. So it's very important that I don't know one day when I'm bigger than this, if I still have the capacity. And I'm hoping that if I don't, I will be fortunate enough to find people that understand the importance of client relations. Because I wouldn't have the big corporate gigs that I have now if it wasn't for my clients.
True.
I wouldn't have the client base that I have now if it wasn't for my clients. You will tell 3 of your friends, 3 of those friends will tell 6 more people, 6 more people tell 12 more people, and before you know it, like, my business has grown without advertising.
Like referrals.
It's word of mouth. I am here today without a 9-to-5 because of word of mouth. That's how powerful client relations is.
It is.
Very powerful.
So, you have dressed a lot of celebrities. How does that make you feel? I saw your... Is it Hulisani Ravel?
Yes.
She was at Afro Nation just last week, and she was wearing a very cute dress with lots of patterns. How does that make you feel when you see that, you know what, this is me, I made this? How do you feel?
So I'll tell you something. Celebrities, they don't even see themselves as celebrities.
They are humans.
They see themselves as humans. And maybe I'm different in the sense that I don't even see them as celebrities.
Because you've worked with them.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a little celebrity in my contact list. No. There's actually one that DM'd me yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you guys will see what we're doing in a few days or few weeks' time. So, like, they're humans. Yeah. They just have a public profile, and the jobs that they do are in the public space.
Yeah.
But when you engage with them one-on-one, they're like you and me.
It's like you.
Yeah.
You're human. I see you as a celebrity.
I went.
So you don't think you're a celebrity, ne?
No.
You don't. You're not.
No, I'm not.
You're not, ne? No, I'm just making sure. Because you know what? I don't want to treat you like a not celebrity. Can't you see yourself as one?
Oh, there are people who see themselves as celebrities.
So.
Oh, no.
So I just need to
make sure.
Just need to be sure,
No, I am not a celebrity. I don't identify myself as a celebrity.
Okay.
Even if I became bigger than I am now, I don't think I'll ever identify myself as a celebrity. I don't currently identify myself as a celebrity. I don't see myself that way.
Okay.
I'm just a normal human being who just happens to be popular, because of the work I do.
True.
But I'm an everyday person. I'm not above, humanly things. Do you know what I mean? Because I really do believe for the minute we start switching and seeing people that way,
mindset changes.
We expect some level of perfection from them. We expect things about them that they don't even know is expected of them.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's unfair.
It's unfair.
It's really unfair. So no, I'm not a celebrity now.
Yet.
No, I will never be a celebrity. I have decided no.
Okay. So.
And I don't want to be treated in a special way. I must be treated like a human being. We should treat people the same, whoever they are. And the thing that I always get is, do you charge celebrities differently?
Oh yes, I actually wanted to ask
I don't.
So 1.5 for a dress, it's 1.5 for everyone.
1.5 for Inga is 1.5 for Hulisani, it's 1.5 for Naleka, it's 1.5 for everyone.
For everyone.
850 is 850 across the board. My bonus 140, they are 140 across the board.
Yeah.
I run a business based on integrity. I don't suss out people and be like, what driver Mercedes Benz or maybe.
I think this one will
afford 45K the price. No, I don't do that. I would hate it if anybody did that with me. And some of my suppliers have tried doing that with me, and I've changed them. Because I'm like,
they're not.
Just because
it's not there.
Yeah, just because you perceive my business to be a certain way, or you think my business is making so much money. Like, firstly, I'll order, maybe let's say my bags, I order them for 25 rand. Next time when I order them, they are 50 rands now.
75.
And I'm like, what I know for a fact is that prices go up once a year. So I ordered these bags last month, they were 25 rand.
Yeah.
Next month they're
75.
Yes. Or 75.
Yeah.
No, my darling, you don't have I don't do business with people that don't have integrity. I don't, because I do, and I treat people the same. I don't treat people according to their economic or social standing. No, a human being is a human being. End of story.
What do you think makes you different? I mean, there's a lot of fashion designers, there's a lot of people making clothes. Yeah. But what set you apart, if I can put it like that?
I think it's the unique.
What I like about you is the sense of humor. I think it brings people back.
I think what sets me apart is my professionalism.
Okay.
I take my business very seriously.
You do.
And, I show up for my clients.
Yeah.
And I want to interact with the client, Yes, there are elements in my business where they will probably deal with my assistant, or Ongezwa, but they will get in touch they will talk to me at some point. And I think at least the very first time when they inquire, they must deal with me. So fittings, when they come for fittings, when they do consultations, they deal with me. Things like reminders for appointments and those types of things, following up and whatever, they will deal with my assistant.
Okay.
But I really enjoy
talking to the clients.
The one thing I enjoy with my business is the interaction with clients. I absolutely
and that's very important.
Love it. I love it.
Because I think you found something that you love doing, which is making clothes.
Yeah.
But you found yourself in this thing that you love doing. Do you understand? You love talking. Do you understand? So it's a win for you.
It's a win-win for
because sometimes someone will say, I love doing this, but I don't like talking to people. And I mean, sometimes people, it's business, especially if you're in a service provider business, like dealing with people. That's when you realize that I really, really have to talk to people. I mean, imagine if you were to hire someone to interact with clients and if someone does not talk to clients the way you talk to them, a client would go and you wouldn't even know why.
Exactly. And that's why I want my clients to always have access to me.
To you, yes.
They must always have access to me. But now I'm also appreciating having two separate phones. Because sometimes clients, they think they can call you at night. And you're like, yo, Sissy, me, I'm busy with my husband and my children right now. So it's a one or two more.
Yeah,
You know, I want
boundaries,
right? And that's what I've had to implement, especially in the past year or two, because my business has grown a lot.
Okay.
So I had to realize, Hore, we are having boundary problems.
Yes,
here,
yes.
And
Mapula is going to a wedding tomorrow. It's 8. She wants a dress. Yes, I must call you. Kaloku, you must make a dress for me. I'm going to a wedding tomorrow and I'm your client.
At 8.
At 8. Yes, because I just realized the dress that I'm going to wear, it's not make sure. So I need a dress.
I never, sweetie.
But
never. Oh, never, shame. Never. I could do that before when I had 5 of them. Now it's no longer 5.
It's
now
5.
There's a lot of them. So I can't anymore. So I had to realize that I'm the one that has to put the boundaries up and set the boundaries, not the client. Because they, especially clients that started with you.
Oh, yeah.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that enter now, they know the boundaries.
They are here.
They are already getting into this situation.
Yeah.
But the day ones, getting them to this situation,
they have both your numbers. Don't tell me about assistant. No. I want to talk to Inga.
My reminders, my appointment is tomorrow. I want Inga to send those reminders because she used to send them. Why is she not sending them now? And be like, no, I can't, because in 1 week there's like 20 of you, there's like 30 of you, there's 50 of you. I can't do that. I can't be designing, sending reminders, packing, dealing with suppliers, and
invoicing
and checking who has paid and who hasn't paid. I can't do that all by myself. And the day one struggle to understand that.
I think I would also struggle.
Yeah, and I get it. I get it, because if I didn't go through that with my business, I wouldn't understand when my other where I am a client.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't get it. True. But I get it now. Like, for example, where I do my face. I haven't done my face in a long time. Like, where I do my
facial.
In the beginning, I used to. The person who runs the clinic, she was the owner. She was the one who did my face. Yeah. Maybe it's a lady in place. I get it, and the reason I get it, she has grown now. She has 3. She has 1 in Centurion.
She can be everywhere.
Yes, she has 1 in Centurion. She has 1 in Killarney, and she's got another one in Durban. She can't be everywhere, guys, and it's not fair.
It's not fair.
But I think if I didn't have my own business, I wouldn't have understood it as quickly as I did. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, when I order my product, I don't order from her. I order from
website or
her person, and then I and switching that is difficult for clients who, especially clients who've been with you from day one, before you had a studio, before I had a studio, when I was still doing fittings in my kids' bedroom, when I still had 1 machine, when it was still just me and I didn't have the team that I have now, getting them to transition from that to say, I'm not that Inga now, I'm this Inga now. Getting them to transition from that to this,
it's a lot.
It's hard, and sometimes it has happened with me. Some of them fall away. Because
they don't understand.
And they will not accept.
Probably they think you've changed.
They think you've changed.
Yeah.
Now you're famous.
Yes.
Those accusations?
I told you you're a celebrity.
But I told you. I didn't know this about myself. I want to tell you the things you find out about yourself. I was like, okay. And you think you're famous. You don't have time for us. You get those accusations and you're like, guys, it has nothing to do with that. I'm just really trying to make sure I stay on top of this ship. Because it's getting a lot now.
Yeah. And I mean, you've got people working for you.
And I have people working for me, and they have to be accountable for certain portions of the business.
True.
Yeah. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I think, I didn't even know that I'm a celebrity. Where is this coming from? But people view you that way.
That's true.
And that's why I said to you earlier, it's unfair because I didn't know I'm a celebrity. Now who's saying I'm a celebrity?
No, I don't say that.
No, it's people. Like, I'm talking about other people.
Check where you feel.
No, I'm saying about other people who give those accusations.
Yeah.
I'd be like, babes, not accessible. I'm a celebrity. When did I become a celebrity? I didn't know this about myself. This is interesting. And clients who started with you from the beginning, they because they've seen the change, they're experiencing the change, you know, in the business. You know, at first there were no invoices. Suddenly we do invoices. I didn't have turnaround times. Now we have turnaround times.
Because it's a lot of orders.
Because it's a lot of orders, and things have to be insistent.
True,
you know,
true.
I didn't have boundaries. If you haven't paid, we don't deliver. Now I do. You know, and people who started with you, they didn't have those things. Now they need to understand that
the system applies to everyone. The standard procedure applies to everyone.
It's hard.
It's
hard for
you know,
for this group. It's very hard. It's hard.
It reminds me of you work in a company for so long, for 10 years, and they didn't have all these changes. Then suddenly they hire a new manager who comes with new systems. Every day you'd hear the people who work there for long saying, but we've always been doing it like this and it has worked, you know.
And this new manager is trying to bring
upgrade efficiency.
Yeah, and introduce efficiency in the company so that you know, you cut time, you make more time, and the company grows and makes more money as a result.
True.
But people who've been there for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, part of the furniture, they'll be reminding you how we did this 20 years ago.
And it has worked.
And it has been working. And like, yeah, but now we're trying to make it work better.
Exactly, because the world is changing.
Because the world is changing. And I also had to realize that with my business growing, I have to introduce systems because I'm meeting new people. I don't always know the people that I'm meeting. I have been scammed before, you know, and it's because I didn't have the systems that I have now.
Yeah.
And a lot of the systems we introduce in business are a result of a certain behavior of a client.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, for example, saying that money must reflect in my bank account before we release is because I was scared.
Exactly.
You know, and a client sent a proof of payment.
Yeah.
They did. It was a legit proof of payment.
Yeah, and you know they tamper with all this.
I didn't even know this. You know, and like business here
and that's true. And you know, with every mistake you implement a new system.
system. I mean, even big companies, they change systems at least once a year.
True.
You know, because over the course of the year, they would have studied customer behavior, they would have studied economic behavior, and they implement and change policies according to
what is current.
According to what is current.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have also had to get to a point where at least once a year, I have to review my T's and C's. Whatever T's and C's I have now, they will stay for the year. Even if in between I experience you know, but I have to operate at a point where I see myself as a bigger business.
Oh yes.
You know, and update policies and T's and C's accordingly. And so the clients that I knew, they don't know. Yeah.
Some are still stuck with the T's and C's of 2019.
They're still struggling, you know, and you have to bring them along the journey gently so. And some will be resistant to the change and they will fall away, and that's also okay. And you will get some who will understand. But when you change, they're like, hey, the business is growing.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, the business is growing. Like, I'm so appreciative that you can actually see. It's because the business is growing, not because I have changed.
No. It's the business. Actually, it's the system. It's the business model.
It's the business model that's demanding the change. It's not Inga has changed.
No.
It's the business that is changing, and therefore it requires these types of systems for the business to work.
Okay. So tell me, before you left your 9 to 5, did you have like sort of savings? Because you know, sometimes when you want to leave your 9 to 5, you're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to pay the bills? Yes, I want to live and pursue my passion and my dream, but I don't have enough savings. What did you do? What was your exit strategy?
So I have always had savings. I always, since I was in varsity, even in high school actually, I always had savings.
Nice. Yeah.
So I was in a privileged position where my mom opened an endowment plan for me.
Okay.
And is it big clientele in it?
Yeah.
Clientele when I was in grade 10. Okay. So my mom opened an endowment plan for me, and which is like a savings account of sorts.
Yeah.
And And you know, as parents, it's very important to teach our kids saving and investing from a very young age.
Yeah.
And I just took that over. When I started making my own money, I would always, the number one rule of saving and investing is to always pay your investments and your savings first.
Yeah.
Before you do anything else.
Yeah.
And then you live off what's left. Not what is left after you have spent. No. You first save, and then what is left is what you spend. Yeah, is what you live off. So I've always been very good and disciplined in that. Right?
Good. And I think that's a very good attribute for business as well.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, you could blow out everything and not pay your employees.
Yeah. And also making sure that you don't have debt. Because the last thing you want to do is, if the business didn't perform well that month, you are busy biting your nails. You don't know how you're gonna pay the coloto. No.
It's not gonna work.
No, it's not gonna work. You want as little financial stress as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Especially when you're starting out, because you are venturing into the unknown.
Exactly.
You don't know if the business will work out or not. You don't know. You're taking a chance. You don't know. You're taking a chance based on what felt like is working when you had a 9-to-5.
True.
Because what looks like is working when you have a salary at the end of the month versus when
you don't have a salary.
Yeah.
Oh my
it's
God.
Two different types of working.
Oh, that's very important.
It's two different types.
Because I think most of the time we bash the 9-to-5. We don't understand that.
Guys, don't bash 9-to-5. It's so important.
It is.
It is so important. And like I always say, like I have nothing negative to say about my 9-to-5, because it birthed the woman that I am today. It birthed the businesswoman that I am today. It birthed the entrepreneur that I am today. So I still advocate for my company to this day. When people are asking me one of the best companies to work for,
it's that company.
To this very day. And I still speak very highly of my boss to this very day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be who I am, guys, today if it wasn't for them. I really wouldn't. Like, guys, we must give credit where credit is due. We must give credit where credit. Now that you are perceived to be making it, you can't be forgetting about people who helped you get it. You can't. You can't.
That's true. So you are currently operating from your own office.
Yeah.
And they can order online, whoever wants to order. Is there a chance that we're going to see you in retail shops?
Definitely. Definitely. It's coming sooner than y'all think.
It's coming sooner.
It's coming sooner than you think.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
I think you're doing very well.
Thank you so much.
And I think I love the fact that you are still very relatable.
Okay.
You are. I mean,
I'm getting shy.
I like you tell this story over and over again. But every time you tell it, I like telling myself that, you know what, this girl didn't wake up and find herself here.
No.
She worked very hard to be where she is. And if she can do it, why wouldn't someone do it?
Absolutely.
And I think don't stop sharing your story.
Thank you.
Don't stop sharing your story. And I like that you read a lot. I've seen you read a lot. Yes. I think when we chat on WhatsApp, I recommend books for you, and I see what you're currently reading. And it's good. It's good. I see now you are on investing, money. Money must work for you. Yes. Your money must work for you. And I like that because those are the things that I think in our black communities we were not taught from an early age.
Absolutely.
So if
we were taught to save, we were not taught
to invest.
Yeah.
Yes.
And those are two different things.
Those are very, very,
two
different things.
Yeah.
So I think I like that, and I mean, people like us, we look up to you.
Oh wow.
Okay, thank you. I mean, at some point you also want to own businesses as well. And I mean, when you see women doing good, I mean, part or the big thing about my YouTube is to celebrate women who are in business. And I look up to you guys, because I think you're doing well and you are changing the narrative.
Absolutely.
I mean,
we should.
Do you understand? You're changing
You
that.
want another black child to look at you and say, if she can do it, she's not from a wealthy family, she doesn't have trust funds. You know, I was raised by a teacher. My mom is a teacher. I wasn't raised by, you know, a rich.
Yeah.
No, like none of that. And if somebody is from, and a lot of us are from such environments, do you know what I mean? Where we don't have silver spoons in our mouths. And you had to do it on your own.
You had to do it on your own.
Absolutely.
And I think you've worked very hard for your passion, for your dream.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube
Thank you.
channel.
Thank you. Subscribe, like, and share. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you did. So you can actually have a YouTube channel.
No. But I want to be invited to people's YouTube channel.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. I think I enjoyed this conversation. Most importantly, I think I learned a lot from you as a person and from the business aspect of it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Bye.